This Lion fan base have been craving home playoff football since this building opened in 2002, and they've got it today at Ford Field in Detroit. Tonight we continue with Wildcard Weekend with what should be a great one between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wildcard game. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25.
Let's go. Hey, check that. Ready.
Now the former fourth-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Here's Newman. Man open. It's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us for their game plan today, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
They'll run here with Ballage. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Newman. This one into the hands of the running back, Ballage. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 23. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. On first down, Newman. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Newman. Flush to his right. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw. And in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
They run it with Ballage. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Kalen Ballage, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Lions will strike first here in this wild card matchup. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Moving, that's the boys, dude.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. First carry now for Alexander Madison. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Off the play fake, Cousins. They'll roll him out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
When you're a capable runner, oftentimes your quarterback coach, your offensive coordinator, they love to see you break the pocket and go ahead and take off. I think he could have gotten vertical and picked up something there. Instead, he pushed it downfield, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing, Cousins, and that's knocked away and incomplete.
That was the first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Johnson will return it. 39 yards on the punt. Give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Now it's Newman. Over the middle, complete. That's Mitchell. Yeah, he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 25 yards that time.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, did a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Balaj. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. And he's going to take it in for a Lions
Everybody in
touchdown.
that goddamn dressing room
Kalen
knows that I'm the
Balaj.
best there is.
2nd
That's the
touchdown
one
in this
and the
opening
best there
quarter.
will be.
And the Lions have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 13-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Escaping the pressure right. That pass caught. It's Williams. And they'll get this down to the 10. That one good for 17 yards. And now they've got it 1st and goal. Here's Newman to throw. The quick slant caught. And in for the Lions touchdown. James Mitchell from 10 yards out. And the Lions continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0.
If you don't like it, tough shit.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Cousins. This goes out wide from Madison. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a 1st down. On play action, Cousins. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 21-0 our score after 1.
What's up with you, bro?
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Here's Madison running on 1st down. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
What the f...
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Cousins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Play action now. Cousins. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 30. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Cousins. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
So it looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
They go play action. Cousins. We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. And now the rookie's free. And he will bring it back.
That's a waste of my time. That's a waste of my time. That's a waste of time on here.
Well, CD, we've seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just know that for this team to advance, they had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they delivered.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Cousins' throw taken in by Hawkinson here. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. To throw again on 2nd down. Cousins looks again for T.J. Hawkinson, and he's got him again.
And I'm going to stick him,
Back-to-back
and I'll definitely
receptions
stick this
for him,
little
and it's another
janky-ass,
1st down.
bad luck motherfucker standing here.
Cousins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
They'll throw again. Cousins. And for the 3rd time here in this game, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And the Lions are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
2nd and 10 now. Newman. He's got a man. Complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Are you not entertained?
27
Are you
yards
not
there. 1st
entertained?
down.
Is this not why you were here?
Newman. And this is caught. Touchdown.
Everybody in that
Cedric
goddamn
Wilson,
dressing room.
38 yards. And the Lions are able to hang on to their first half lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the run is on here in this first half.
I said it looks like rough.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And from back there, a wise move will get set on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Like you.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick.
I'm going to stick your ass, and I'm going to stick him, and I'll definitely stick this little janky-ass, bad-luck motherfucker standing here.
Now they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Now left side on the swing pass. Only 3 there on the screen at second down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Nah, I'm talking about the string black and white.
Looking to throw again on second down. Cousins. That is caught by Thielen. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 29-yard line. Cousins again.
Oh, come on.
His throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back through it.
Well, momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Cousins to throw it.
Oh, that's a pick. That was a pick right there.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 12-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Can I hit that quarterback in the face? Because I'll do it.
And this is going to be intercepted. Josh Jones. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for Lions touchdown.
That's a waste of my time. That's a waste of time on him.
A perfect half of football for one side, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick six, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the second quarter. My goodness.
I love the expression. My goodness, indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Usually the offense has an answer with anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion. 2nd and 10, Newman again. He's airing it out for Williams. And that
going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
He's going to let it go again. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Final play of the half, Cousins. He's got a man, complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC Wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC Wildcard bout. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to get a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
So they'll, of course, decline the pass interference there and wisely take the yardage.
And I think defensively he's saying, I was getting away with that in the first half. Why are you making that call now? But to me, that one was pretty easy to see. I don't understand what he's upset about. I think it was the correct call.
He'll buy some time right. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Good route here.
Throwing is Cousins. Open man, he's got Jefferson.
I'm gonna stick your ass, and I'm gonna stick him, and I'll definitely stick this little janky ass, bad luck motherfucker standing here.
On the field, little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Another carry now from Madison. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. That good for 19 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Second and goal from the 1. Cousins on the keeper, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown.
That's terrible.
Kirk Cousins scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Vikings are able to at least get one score back. Joseph connects on the extra point. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Returning from his end zone is Ty Johnson. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They'll start with a give here to Balaj. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now Balaj. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about.
And Foster loses the football. It's out, and the Vikings pick up the football. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll go Madison up the middle, and they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Great stop by Devontae Wyatt, breaking through the line and stopping it cold.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Now on 2nd and 13, Cousins, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw.
Oh my goodness, man.
Receiver Thielen. Touchdown,
yo, that is the pick, man.
Adam Thielen, 35 yards. And the Vikings are able to claw one back. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
Say what?
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Everybody in that side, damn dressing room.
You talk about rookies having good statistical years. He had a boatload of these in the regular season, more than one per game. And now he has his first here in the playoffs.
And it shows off his big playability, too, because we saw this quite a bit in college, and it certainly continued here at the next level. Another explosive play for a guy who's made them all season long.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's.
Play fake. Cousins. This goes out wide from Madison. And he'll go out of bounds.
I'm gonna stick your ass. And I'm gonna stick him, and I'll definitely stick this little janky-ass, bad-luck motherfucker standing here.
Situation here for second down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now you get to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Cousins now to throw on first down. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 19 yards that time for number 19. On the handoff, it's Madison. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Gotcha, bitch.
A loss of 2 there. Second down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting block.
Touchdown, Vikings! Adam Thielen with his second touchdown of the night. And the Vikings get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And their fan base at this point has to be thinking, is this finally the year we once again taste success in the playoffs? They're not there yet, but it's looking promising here in this fourth quarter. 44 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football. We just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
And that is caught. Touchdown.
Everybody in that goddamn dressing room knows that I'm the best there is. Best there was.
And the Lions have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th.
If you don't like it, tough shit.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Ooh, a little cruel here. They're going to go for the onside kick up big. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Yeah, we saw that one up here, CD. Offensive team, they touched that before it went 10 yards.
Obviously, such a fine line, letting it go the required 10 yards, but also getting to it before the hands team can. Just didn't time it out right, and that results in a flag.
Play action now. Cousins. And this one is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Cousins. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
On 3rd down, Cousins got an open man finding Jefferson. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Now, 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Vikings are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me. People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A first down from Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3. At their 48-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins looking for his running back, and he's got him.
I'm gonna stick your ass. And I'm gonna stick him, and I'll definitely stick this little janky-ass, bad luck motherfucker standing here.
First down, Minnesota.
Hey, no, easy.
First down. Here's Cousins. And my goodness, another interception. Isaac Yedem picks it, and the Lions will take over possession here up at the 34. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
He's going to try and go deep again. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Here's a run with Balaj. And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there. Again, it's Balaj. And he will get into the end zone.
You're sorry. That's a waste of my time. That's a waste of my time. That's a waste of time on it.
On the cake there before the clock gets out.
You're so weak. You're a waste of my time.
Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds they've had. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 63 yards. And the Vikings are able to at least get one score back. Well, look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
It feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril.
Yeah, I would still get it. Still gave it to him. That's 65 overall point.
The extra point is good, but it only impacts the final score as this game comes to a close. Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.